dedicated to eastern and southern Kentucky. This is WYMT Mountain News Weekend Edition.
Good evening, I'm Keaton Hall. A shooting in Perry County this evening has led to one person needing to be air evac to Pikeville Medical Center. The Perry County Sheriff's Office said in a Facebook post that the shooting happened at approximately 7:30 p.m. near the Hull School Road area in Bonnyman, just outside of Hazard. The post said the initial investigation points towards it being a domestic situation. The one gunshot victim was a male who was airlifted to Pikeville Medical Center. Police say no arrests have been made at this time, and the investigation is ongoing. Plastic, tires, all kinds of trash and debris could be found in the Licking River in Morgan County. That's why the Morgan County Water District hosted a cleaning today at the Old Mill Park. WYMT's Chandler Wilcox details how they're hoping to restore cleaner water.
A source of need that folks in the area rely on.
This is where our drinking water comes from. When you turn your faucet on, you don't think about it.
Getting water filtered has become harder in the last decade.
The river behind us was affected during the tornado. There's still a lot of debris that's been left in 2012, so it's really important to clean that up and get it out.
The tornado left a lot of debris floating in the rivers still found today, and that, along with abandoned tires, can disrupt the flow into distribution systems.
Where the water comes in, first coming to play, that gets clogged, and that gets clogged with debris, tires, trash, and things like that. That's what it's like. I say, it's called an intake, and that's what clogs up. And they have to shut the plant down, and then they have to go down there and pry everything out of that intake.
Intake from the Licking River, which also runs into Cave Run Lake, both major sources of water in Morgan County.
Well, that's why it's so important to make sure that we're doing our part in our county, make sure we're doing our part to clean the riverway.
A step towards cleaner streams and smooth filtering. From Morgan County, Chandler Wilcox, WYMT Mountain News.
The Morgan County Water District hopes to have a river cleanup once each year. The Lilly Volunteer Fire Department of Laurel County hosted their first post-pandemic Appalachian Foothills Fire Muster on Saturday, aiming to play games and fight flames. Through timed competitions between themselves and other departments, the goal of the event was to strengthen the relationship between the department and the community, build relationships from departments from surrounding counties, and host a public event for many of the firefighters who joined the department during the beginning of COVID.
COVID, it really did put a damper on things, unfortunately, but they can now see, they can have fun, and it's not something outside the classroom, and we can all get together, like I said, with different departments and different organizations to all come together and get to interact and get to do things that we enjoy.
Those with the Lilly Volunteer Fire Department say today's event was also an opportunity for the community to see their department in a different and less serious light. Several World War II veterans had the honor of riding an original B-25 bomber today in Logan County. It happened at the airport in Russellville. Honor Flight Bluegrass takes Kentucky veterans on all expense-paid trips to the nation's capital, but decided to switch things up this time around.
We thought, why not take the plane to the community? It's easier on them, fly them free. The normal cost is about $500, but the Kentucky Veterans Program Trust Fund is paying for everything.
The bomber also touched down at the Corbin Airport later in the afternoon. It'll be at the Boyle County Airport tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. This was all part of an effort to pay tribute to those who served our country. Basketball teams from around the region came together at Wesley Christian School this weekend for a cause. The Blue Line Showcase came to an end today, having raised over $7,000 for the Floyd County Sheriff's Department. Folks donated and teams paid tournament entry fees, and this check was presented to Floyd County Sheriff John Hunt. School officials say that 100% of the $7,060 will go to the department and those still recovering from the shooting.
Well, we are watching out for our next weather system as we get into the rest of this weekend. Here is a live look over in Whitesburg. All is quiet right now. Current temperature sitting at 71 degrees. Check out that dew point, though. upper 60s. That number is on the increase, and that means moisture is also on the increase. High temperatures today, very toasty, upper 80s, lower 90s, 90 for Somerset, 88 for Jackson, 91 over in London. Temperatures at this hour still very mild, still sitting at 80 over in Jackson, 72 for Manchester, and 77 over in Pikeville. We do have a few spotty showers tonight, especially over portions of Breathitt County just to the south of Jackson. These are not too heavy. These are not going to last very long either, but they are moving off towards the east-southeast. So some of us may see a few showers tonight, but most of us will be dry and partly cloudy. Temperatures only falling into the upper 60s and lower 70s. And if you miss out on the rain tonight, you have plenty more opportunities by Sunday and Monday. I have that full forecast coming up in just a little bit. Keaton.
Thanks, Cameron. Tomorrow, parents in Uvalde, Texas are expected to meet with the Texas House Committee, releasing the results of its investigation into the Ross Elementary School massacre. The report will also focus on the surveillance video showing the botched police response. We want to warn you, some of the video you're about to see is disturbing. Here's CBS's Lilia Luciano.
Cries for accountability are getting louder in Uvalde after a week of answers that led to more anger.
My son was shot in the back and had to wait 77 minutes for someone to take action. My son is with us, but he is not the same young man.
Robb Elementary parents like Oscar Arona were in Washington, D.C. rallying for gun control when a leaked surveillance video was released. Dozens of officers from at least 7 different law enforcement agencies seen pacing, waiting for backup and leadership, despite having shields and weapons to stop the May rampage that left 19 children and 2 teachers dead.
Basic law enforcement 101 is that you go to the threat. They decided not to go. It's heartbreaking.
The blame for what state officials have called an abject failure has been placed primarily on one man, School Police Chief Pete Arredondo.
I remember those shots being fired.
But teacher Nicole Ogburn, who survived the shooting in a different classroom, says the video shows there's more blame to go around.
There was tons of people in that hallway. I don't see how people can just blame one person.
Today, with new cases of monkeypox surging, demand for the vaccine far outstrips supply. The CDC reports it will prioritize vaccine distribution to hard-hit cities like New York, the epicenter of the virus. And more shots are on the way. The federal government delivered another 131,000 doses to the states, with another 780,000 available by the end of the month. Dr. John LaPook is CBS News' chief medical correspondent.
And Dr. Rochelle Walensky, the director of the CDC, just told me she thinks that the supply is going to dramatically increase in the near future. Monkeypox spreads through skin-on-skin contact and other close contact. Anyone can get it, but so far it's primarily impacting gay and bisexual men. Right now, the CDC says there are at least 1,841 cases nationwide, with outbreaks reported in 43 states, including Kentucky. A new study finds drinking alcohol carries significant health risks for young people, but can be beneficial for older adults. Almost 60% of young adults aged 15 to 39 drank unsafe amounts of alcohol in 2020, according to the Global Burden of Disease. But for people 40 and over, small amounts of alcohol, like 1 or 2 glasses of red wine per day, can reduce the risk of stroke or diabetes. Coming up at 11, a West Virginia woman who was in a coma for 2 years wakes up and says her brother is the one who caused it.
And a few strong storms are possible as we round out the weekend. I have that full forecast coming up.